My name is Dustin Betts. I'm the Community and Content Manager at the Founder Institute, and I'm here with Daniel Wiener. He's the co-founder and CEO of Autobound. It's a sales intelligence company that's employing a unique approach in using a persona-based lead gen. Daniel, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. Great to be here. Thanks.
Absolutely. So before we dive into kind of Autobound, we always like to start off by kind of tell us a little bit about yourself, your personal experience or professional, kind of what led you to founding this company in San Francisco?
Yeah, great question. So taking it back 25, almost 26 years, born in New Jersey, grew up in Denver, Colorado, went to USC in Los Angeles for my undergrad and was recruited. Oracle recruits heavily out of USC. So my first job in the tech sales world was at Oracle. And what I realized in my 4 or 5 years in tech sales was there was no platform that supported the process that could help salespeople combat the inefficiencies that they faced on a daily basis. And quite frankly, I didn't like outbound sales when I was in it. I did a good job in the role, but I thought the monotony, the repetition of these tedious tasks that got to me. So I'm the type of person who likes to simplify things, make them easier, make them more effective and efficient. So I teamed up with my best friend, Kyle Schuster. We met back in Hebrew school when we were 5, 6 years old, used to be tennis partners. And we set out to build the platform that we so desperately, and our coworkers so desperately needed to succeed. So we started back in November of last year, had a great time going through the Founder Institute, and are still happy to be affiliated with the program. And by some act of God, we're still good friends too.
Yeah, great. Well, yeah, that's perfect to kind of tee it up, because to preface the conversation, for anybody who's not familiar with Autobound at all, I mean, I know it's what I've read on your website. So you have fully composed kind of sales outreach for a specific persona of a target buyer. But I'm sure you can explain it better than that. So yeah, let's hear it straight from you, the founder, your kind of short elevator pitch. What is Autobound for anybody not familiar?
Yeah. Thanks for asking. The way we see the sales landscape, our thesis is it's extremely fragmented. Salespeople are armed with 15, 20, 25. The average enterprise sales team has 25 different tools at their disposal. So how do I bounce around these to craft not just the best message, but understand who the heck should I send it to? And we're taking the approach where data isn't just insightful, it's not just out there, but it's actionable. So we combine the contact information with the research components mixed with the experts follow-up and cadencing and sequencing to say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Salesperson, here's the best message to send at this given time, given what's most likely to get a response. Because as a salesperson, all I care about is, well, the thing that I care about most is starting conversations, creating relationships or sales opportunities. And that's what we do. We make it a stupid, simple process where within Autobound's one-stop shop, who to contact, what to say, when to say it, and why.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that synopsis that you just gave there. Who to contact, what to say, and why. That's awesome. So I know you guys have been generating a lot of traction. I don't know kind of what piece to ask first. I think new offices, you guys have new offices are relatively in San Francisco and Soma, is that right?
Yeah, we're here now. We're
that's pretty
in
awesome.
Soma. You can even see Salesforce. We'll be there soon.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. And so I know, you guys have other awesome metrics. I think you've doubled your user count, your email up through the platform is up 200%. Kind of, I mean, you can take this in sort of any direction, but one thing I think for founders specifically who are listening to this, I mean, they might be familiar with other sort of CRMs. I know one of your other updates too is sort of integration with HubSpot is building a lot of momentum for you. So maybe talk a little about that and kind of, how you can play with a more generic CRM like HubSpot, or just what's up and coming. There's a lot of things happening.
Yeah, so we don't have many requirements from a sales team to leverage us right now, but one is that you have some sales process and ideally a CRM. So we've launched into the HubSpot ecosystem. They have about 60,000 customers, and HubSpot's built this phenomenal brand around how they can enable businesses to better field inbounds, better build their marketing cadences, and the suite of technology that comes with the HubSpot stack. But where we fit in really nicely with them and why we prioritized a launch on HubSpot prior to Salesforce is HubSpot has this need, or HubSpot's users have this aching need for a more efficient, reliable, and easy to set up outbounding process. So they have a phenomenal set of data in the CRM. So we, from day one, can already leverage all of these really important things that users have set up and already been working with on HubSpot. And we piggyback on that to say, here's this supercharged outbounding platform through Autobound that now all of their users can leverage. So they've been a really fun partner to work with so far. They have this fast moving, exciting startup vibe to them, even though they're a $6 billion company. But the next step for us is breaking further into the CRM ecosystem. It's a rapidly growing market. Legacy companies that were building and running their own CRM systems are now adapting the new technology. So we are riding that wave and helping those companies become more sticky themselves. And that's a strong partnership play for us. But we are also developing all these phenomenal channels where now folks come to us. I have all this data. It's all over the place. It's fragmented. My salespeople never use it. How can Autobound be that one-stop shop to help us get to where we need to be?
Yeah, I love that. And I think Founder Institute also, I'm not 100% sure on this, but yeah, we've got some kind of deals with working with HubSpot too. So, being able to add Autobound onto that for anybody listening who's a founder in Founder Institute, those are definitely possibilities that can be explored because, we
it's like a nice triangle.
Exactly.
Because we're a partner of Founder Institute, so is HubSpot. And sometimes like the FI startups come to us and then we put them to HubSpot through Founder Institute and back to, it revolves. It's nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I heard you've also recently on the fundraising front, I know presented to the Bay Angels. I heard that went well. You guys had some good meetings coming out of that. And I don't know if you want to share anything related to, recent presentations there or the USC demo day. But I know you guys have been busy, pitching and speaking with people.
Yeah, we have been. It's exhausting. A lot of fun, but it really takes it out of you. So we most recently pitched at Bay Angels. They're a really sharp angel group out here in the Bay Area of about maybe like 120 people. We're there. This was Tuesday of last week, just about a week ago. Great group. I think it was a good presentation, but I'm biased. I was the one who gave it. But this week has just been slammed with follow-up. I have 25 meetings between yesterday and today, but I was excited to hop on this nonetheless. And then demo day at USC, again, where I went to university, is on Friday. So we just submitted. They take a select group of startups who are exhibiting to present during the, I don't know when it is on Friday, but we're hoping to be one of those slots, and we get a little chunk of cash if we win. So we'll see. I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah. Keep me in the loop. And, those are good problems to have with lots and lots of follow-up, after Bay Angels. So that's great to hear too. And it kind of leaves me well, with the exhaustion that sort of comes with that, with fundraising is obviously a full-time job in and of itself. One question that we like to ask founders are, what are some of the biggest challenges that you've faced? And, complementing that or dovetailing, you've obviously worked really hard to get the company already Autobound to where it is now. What are something that you're really proud of that you've accomplished? So challenges, things you're proud of. I mean, those are both, related, I guess.
Yeah, I think I've been most proud of our 10 paying customer mark. That was awesome for us. We still have had 0 churn, and that's something that I'm continuously proud of. I know it's not going to stay that way forever, but I love that we've also converted every single trial into a paid contract so far too. So those are the things that the whole team really prides themselves on, and building the group working with us so far. We've got a really sharp team here, and we're still building it out more and more, but just the fact that we've gotten to where we are already is something I hold pretty close. Was that your question? Maybe you asked something else too.
No. Oh, well, as well as what you're kind of proud of, big challenges that you're facing. I mean, maybe
big challenges.
Fundraising. Yeah. What are some challenges that you kind of face as a founder now, or maybe surpassed?
Yeah, I don't have as much of a social life as I used to. Yeah. And I sit down in a chair a lot. I don't like either of those things. We're also launching into a crowded space. Well, I don't think crowded is the right word. It's a noisy space. And because there's so many different technologies that brand themselves as a platform used by sales, nailing the message is a bit difficult. And we're getting closer to where we need to be. And like the what keeps pushing us so far and like gets us so excited is once we have a conversation, we're spending 5-7 minutes speaking to somebody, like they get it. It makes total sense to them. The differentiation is clear. But in this noisy space, making that happen in the first 15 seconds of conversation, 20 seconds of conversation, like no company nails it perfectly in our space. Salesforce has the brand, HubSpot has the brand, but for an up and coming business like ours, we're trying to stick like from day one so people know exactly what we do, exactly why we're different. And we're only 3 months in the market. So I don't think many businesses have this nailed super soon. If they do, they should email me and I would pay for your advice. But yeah, that's been a tough one for us.
Yeah, no, I mean, you guys have made astounding progress because I can't actually remember, which month, but I was at your graduation in San Francisco where Aaron Bali spoke. So, yeah, I mean, you guys just have,
All right.
you've done a lot since then, obviously. And I think I like what you kind of said about the social life because one of our kind of things at Founder Institute is having radical candor around like the realities of entrepreneurship, whether that's kind of the sort of mental health challenges that might come along with it, of like not having a salary for a time, maybe the first time in your life, and those kinds of things. So no, it's good to kind of hear, the real side of it. And yeah, I guess, this goes along with that. We always like to ask, I mean, what advice would you offer at this kind of stage, the challenges you've already kind of overcome, early stage entrepreneurs, first time entrepreneurs, maybe aspiring that are just kind of getting started out? Do you have any sort of generic advice that you would pass along as something that's just stuck with you?
Yeah, I think one thing, so the guy's office that we moved into, Phil, he runs a company called Arca. They went through YC and 500 startups and his team went remote not too long ago. But I remember, so now we're working in the same space as him. I remember he told me something about a year ago, like via text. And I'm definitely paraphrasing, but he was like, starting a company is binary. Either you're in or you're out. And there's no in between. So I think either for any founder who's going to start a business, unless you're going to commit everything and disregard the no's, you're not going to. And I mean, we're not a Series C or publicly traded company by any means. I like to think we're doing well, but unless you have that mentality, it's just too easy to get knocked down. That's one. The next would be like lean on other founders and entrepreneurs. No one is more helpful. No one is going to like help push a like sale through their business if you're selling into their team faster than another CEO will. No one's going to make better introductions to other investors than another founder will. Investors aren't going to find the same level of like respect and qualification through another through another intro channel aside from a founder. Like leaning on entrepreneurs is huge.
Yeah. Yeah, it reminds me, I'm interested. Yeah, I love, well, you guys are also, I think, as a B2B company, I just wonder, if that comes into play, like even more, obviously, like, you have a ton of experience in sales, you've spoken with people in all kinds of different, I guess, technology related industries, but, leaning on other founders, I think, and like sort of, learning maybe from other people's lessons and just being open to that. I mean, those are all really big things. Like, and I know in your update email that you recently kind of sent out, you have customer testimonials from I think this guy from Exactly, and those are that's all really good stuff. Where's
Autobound? Kind of
Autobound
bubbles
headed?
back to like social proof, right? Having people either introduce you to other folks who are founders who have that like level of respect themselves, or like the testimonials you just mentioned, that gave us a huge amount of lift too, because people look at us pitching and having like sales conversations and pitching investors, and they think like, oh, well, this team's obviously biased. But when you say, oh, but look, we've had zero churn, we've converted every paid contract or every trial into a paid contract, and here's 15 people who can vouch for us, that makes it a bit different.
Yeah, that's awesome. So kind of as we start to wrap up, I mean, is there anything I forgot to ask about? You know, where is Autobound headed next? Other like updates, news you definitely want to share out with the FI community, or any asks or anything like that?
So we have a partnership with Founder Institute. Autobound does. So if you access, I think it's fi.co/partners, you'll find Autobound under the accredited partners section. So we offer a discount for young, lean sales teams who want to start outbounding more effectively and closing more customers. We can also help set up with HubSpot. So even for teams that haven't even set their CRM up yet, if you want to come to us, we can see if we can make something work out. Where we're heading, we're hiring a few other developers over the next week. Salespeople we just had our first join Monday, another founder or an ex-founder in our space, which I thought was a perfect match because he spent 3 years starting something not too dissimilar from Autobound. But where we're going next with that is building out the sales team here locally over the next few months as well. We just released a new interface about a month ago, and we're pushing out another exciting set of our product functionality in the near future. So log on to our website and look for a demo link and see what it looks like. We're happy to show you. Yeah,
Yeah,
and come stop by our office. We're in Soma, right by Caltrain. Happy to lead demos or drink coffee with anybody here.
awesome. We will definitely link, you know, in the description that accompanies this video and a blog post wherever this gets embedded. We'll put links to the partnerships as well, so that folks can navigate over to that and check it out. Those offers. Also, really exciting about all the hiring. I did not know how much of that was going on, so that is really great. Congratulations on that. And yeah, if you guys want us to help you blast out position openings, that's also something that we can push out to the FI network, and we're always happy to do that. Yeah.
Ooh, exciting. Okay, I'll let you
Yeah.
know.
Awesome. Well, yeah, this has been a really interesting chat, and yeah, we're looking forward to kind of keeping up with Autobound and where you are headed next. Daniel, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Dustin.